Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Emergency Fallback Protocol Activated. This is not Trial Thursdays. So one, there's no music, which is kind of weird. But two, the new game for this week from the Epic Game Store that we were planning on playing was a duplicate of one that we already have, and I'm not ready to play Cat Quest 2 yet. So we are gonna try and get out of this special episode here and progress through Zenless Zone Zero a little bit. So yeah, for those of you watching after the stream, I do want to remind you that we stream these videos live at twitch.tv/unexpectedlyrandom. We are here Monday through Saturday at roughly 7 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you follow us on Twitch to join the chaos and check out our streaming schedule for the current lineup. We also have a Facebook and Instagram. Those are the best places to stay up to date with any changes that may occur pertaining to the streaming schedule. And we have a TikTok and the social media platform formerly known as Twitter if you want to check us out over there. Otherwise, I think that's everything for our intro, so let's get rolling today. And we're going to try to not mute our feed. I may pull my alternate mute button out. I think I could still run that off from the system right now. I can't do it if the reason I wasn't using it because I've got this mute button that lights up green or red depending on whether your microphone is muted, and it's a touch to activate sort of thing. It's actually really cool, and it was working really well on the on my old layout with my headset and everything, because it would just basically disconnect or disable the headset microphone, and so problem was solved. Well, with my mixer now, since I've invested in the mixer and it has multiple inputs, multiple everything going out to the computer, I didn't want to mute the entire mixer board because that's what I would end up having to do, and then lose my other content because I was looking at bringing the actual game audio and everything through the mixer. Well, I still haven't implemented that because there's not a great way to put the game audio through the mixer right now without making it worse than doing it just natively. So I could totally do that and still have my button, because we've had a time or two that I was muted and I didn't realize it because the light's on the other side over there, and yeah. So, but that is neither here nor there. We're going to go ahead and get rolling. If you remember the last time we were here, we did some stuff and some things, and then we got trapped in a VR simulation by somebody that I don't remember that wants to try and get rid of us. So that is what we're going to try and fix today. After a quick bit of preparation, the squad is ready to recite the key phrase and enter the next test.
Do you remember the key phrase to start the test?
I wish with all my heart to fly with dragons in a world apart.
Yeah, it was that cool one. To feast on the city's delights. Or something like that.
Yeah, that was definitely it, for sure.
No, Sokaku. I don't think that was the phrase.
It phrasn't.
It was more like, to shine the light of justice, eliminate all evil.
I, Hoshimi Miyabi,
Something like
shall
that.
become light.
That's just the version you wanted, Chief.
Oh.
The correct phrase was, to protect the city, I shall become the light.
It's rare for a Saba to remember such details, especially at work.
Roasted.
You can recite the slogan this time.
Wait, so you guys conveniently forgot because you were embarrassed to recite it? Oh, fine, I'll do it. But don't stare at me. It'll make it even more embarrassing.
Staring.
To protect the city, I, Asaba Haramasa, shall become the light.
You broke it. There's no the in there. Teacher Miss, welcome. Staring intensifies. As soon as he finished speaking, a bizarre data loading noise fills the air. With a mix of reluctance and embarrassment, Haramasa stands awkwardly, half committing to the pose. An unnatural glow slowly envelops his body as the sharp details of his virtual avatar begin to dissolve into pixelated blocks, blending into a bright white halo. Moments later.
Why isn't the stage activated? Did I mess up the words, Inna?
I think I would call that a bang boo boo.
What? Aww.
Why are you all staring at me, Enna? And why are you all so tall, Enna? Oh, wait. Why am I talking like this, Enna?
Asaba? Is that you?
What's going on? Is this some kind of prank, Enna? Of course I'm me.
Harumasa turns to face the wall, and in the glossy reflection of the door, he sees an adorably round figure staring back at him.
What? Enna?
Hey, our music's back.
Harumasa turned into a bamboo.
Hold on. No. Wait. Enna? Why? Where's my body? Is this for real? Did I actually turn into a bamboo, Enna? I mean, sure, my old body wasn't perfect, but these stubby arms and this clumsy body, I'm totally useless and now.
And now.
Cheer up, Harumasa. You're not useless. You're the best.
Now's really not the time for that, Enna.
It's that person.
The know-it-all intel officer, dragging everyone down with her. Just as planned. My strategy worked. The enemy made a mistake. Pfft, keep deluding yourself.
So he modified the program, so by saying the trigger word or trigger phrase, it did whatever that is.
Thanks to your foolishness, those battles gave me all the data I needed to take over this system, and soon to take over you. Your teammate's data model is complete. I've made some small optimizations to it. Soon, he'll be on a fast track to brain death.
What do you want from us?
Didn't I tell you? I want revenge on the invincible Section 6. That archer was the first. Next is the kid, and then the pride of the Hoshimi family. And you, the know-it-all intelligence officer, I'll make sure you're the last one. I want you to watch as your teammates under your leadership walk step by step towards the...
Bang! An ear-splitting blast echoes out as Sokaku raises Harumasabu and violently slams him into the TV, interrupting the venomous whisper.
Sukaku?
She looks angry.
Don't listen to that ugly loser, Nagi. I don't really understand what it was talking about. But I do know one thing. It was showing its face now because it's panicking.
Hey! Is that why you smashed me through the TV screen, Sokaku? Oh, the screen is back to normal, Enna.
Harumasabu.
I told you, I'm slowly seizing control of this system. Soon, I will be the god of this world. If I want it restored, it will be restored. And if I want you dead, you will die.
I get it now.
Too bad. It's already too late.
That means you're admitting it yourself. You haven't taken over this system, and you don't have the power to change the rules.
Busted.
It's reassuring to see the rules in the technical manual still apply. If we kill all the test monsters, it will trigger the end of the test. We're heading in the right direction. You've provided me with very useful information.
You think you're so clever. If that's your conclusion, then you're even dumber than I thought. Let's see if you're still smiling the next time we meet.
If you're ready, let's begin the VR test. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's enter the test state. Wait, Miyabi, I have something I'd like to say to everyone. I can guess what you're going to say. This time, our anime is highly adept at sowing discord, and Nagi cares about us so much, but they threatened her about us getting brain death. Nagi's really clever, but she'll still be heartbroken after hearing that. How evil. Nagi, we can't let these bad guys go. The more it doesn't want us to fight, the more we have to fight. 10 minutes in the stream and it's already been a roller coaster. Yes. And it's only gonna keep going, I'm sure. I just missed a piece of text. Something, perhaps that's precisely what he wants, but we don't know. Indeed, we don't have... I might have been paraphrasing there a bit. We don't have enough intel right now, so we can't rule out any possibility. So now, are you still confident in your judgment? Can I confess something to all of you? I have never had confidence in my judgment. Wow, as number 1 on the brain death leaderboard, it's really heartwarming to hear you say something like that. But, Deputy Chief, it looks like you've got more to say than just that, huh? Of course. I am the intelligence officer for Section 6. Rather than relying on flights of fancy, I prefer to base my judgments on the rational analysis of objective facts. But I'm worried about everyone. I fear that the majestic force that is Section 6 might get caught up in a mistake I make. What the enemy said, the fear turns my stomach. But words alone cannot attack my confidence. One cannot destroy what has never existed. All I know is that the objective intelligence has not changed, or rather, the latest intelligence only bolsters my previous hypothesis further. And so, I ask you all to please keep trusting me. However, I have a small suggestion regarding our situation. What is it? Miyabi, Sokaku, try as hard as you can not to get involved in combat and leave all the fighting up to me. Harumasabu can't fight now either, which means Nagi will be all alone? Isn't that dangerous? I've enabled safe mode, and the enemy cannot hack into the system to collect or meddle with any of my data. It's safer for me to fight. I may not like it, but I understand. Thank you. So then, let's become light and hunt down the second runaway. Oh wait, no, that's Wipeout. That's not Runaway.
Hey, you sneaky little creep! Don't run in out!
Whoa, that was weird.
Where are the others? Darn it! The path's blocked. Should we go around there now? Blocked again!
In no way.
Look around.
Haha! When all else fails, break something.
The wall on the left doesn't seem very sturdy. It looks like we can break through it.
You know, it's funny, it wants me to go that way. Oh.
I get the feeling it's trying to lure us in,
At this point, the only option is to catch up and take it down as fast as possible.
Oh, second wave. Ow.
Weak spot located.
Deputy Chief, there's another wall here that can be broken.
Great. Let's take the shortcut as well.
Get out of the way, Anna! Don't block the path!
Let's make this quick. Such provocations don't go unanswered. Watch your six. We press on.
Hey, look, I can go back here and... No, I can't. How rude.
I think I hear something.
Tsukishiro, that's...
It's Sokaku. Oh, and Hoshimi, Miyabi.
Sukaku! Miyabi! Oh no, there's nowhere to go!
Nagi said we can't let the chief's data get stolen so quickly. Leave this to me.
Sukaku is giving it her all. But even so, it won't be enough to hold out for long, Anna. Hey, Tsukishiro?
Here, give him like a suitcase.
Oh no, Anna. No, no, Anna, Anna.
Whoosh.
Nagi!
Yanagi! Forget about me! Get out of there!
Grudge.
I told you resistance is useless here.
Really? Useless? Hurting people like this. The special monster we're looking for must be you.
Wherever we're going, you're going with us.
Damn it! Tsukishiro Yanagi!
Stage complete.
Ah, destroyed him before she could hit the whatever, the barrier, I'm not sure exactly what the zone was, but it was effective.
I knew trusting you was the right thing to do, Nagi. The second monster is done. Woohoo! We're almost there.
I don't like just sitting here watching while my teammates fight without being able to help. But I'm glad you're okay.
Deputy Chief, now's a good time to act badass, right? Maybe drop a cool line like, I'm just an office worker. Something to rub it in, Anna?
Technically, I am an office worker, and you've done a great job as a bamboo, Harumasa.
Why has everyone gone quiet?
You! Curse you! A mere intelligence officer messing up my plans!
You again? Seeing us destroy 2 of the test monsters meant you finally had to act? With 1 more to go, your plan is about to fail.
Arrogant as always, intelligence officer. Are you sure your teammates can hold out that long?
I have faith in them. You know nothing of their strength.
You don't need your teammates to teach you how to act cool. You're pretty good at throwing out those cheesy comic book cool lines yourself.
I'm just stating the facts. You've tried manipulating the data, the terrain, the system, and you still can't beat us. I think knowing when to give up is a form of wisdom.
Yeah, I agree with you on this one. Sometimes it is wise to give up.
Wise mentioned?
Oh? It's been a while since I met such a reasonable villain. I might try and get you some special treatment as a prisoner. Maybe a pork cutlet that Tsukaku hasn't already nibbled at?
I mean, giving up on you. If it weren't for your interference, I'd have already dealt with those 3. So I've decided to stop wasting time on you and focus on what's important.
Hold on. What are you planning?
Get out of my world! Stay out of my way!
Wait!
Suddenly booted?
Wait!
Miss Tsukishiro? You...
Where am I? Is this?
Mitsukishiro! You're awake! Thank goodness you're back. You're back in the real world.
I'm at... Oh, Deputy Chief Tsukishiro. Thank the gods at least you managed to wake up. I see. The others haven't made it back yet. What I'm going to tell you now is very important, so please listen to me very carefully. Oh, okay. My teammates' consciousnesses are trapped inside that virtual environment, and they are under threat right now. Please call a hand immediately and request a cybersecurity specialist plus a medical team. Before they get here, please block off the entrance and exit of the HIA club and stop anyone from coming in or going out. Got it. Don't worry, leave it all up to me. Dear citizens, friends of HIA, loyal users of the VR system, and premium users, and yes, premium users, thank you all for your support and enthusiasm. Our apologies, but we may need to extend our VR system maintenance today. Our career club will reopen once maintenance is complete. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. Despite the disappointing announcement, the crowd gathered at the entrance doesn't have much of a reaction. It's great that everyone's staying so calm. By the way, the executive officers of Hollow's Special Operations Section 6 will be resting in HIA during the maintenance period, so... What? Miyabi-sama isn't coming? What the heck? I came all this way just to see the executive officers of Section 6. You should have mentioned something this important earlier. What do you mean, by the way? It's your system maintenance that's the real side note here. Hearing that the members of Section 6 wouldn't be appearing, the crowd of citizens reacts with surprising intensity. We're so sorry. Deepest apologies. In any case, please leave for now and we'll announce the opening time later. Thank you for your support. What on earth is going on? What's wrong? Did something happen? Do you feel a disturbance in the force? It's okay. Don't worry too much, Belle. I just feel like something's going haywire over there. There is a disturbance in the force. About Section 6. Yes, Section 6 has basically vanished after going into the HIA Club. Even their scheduled press conference has been cancelled. There's a huge ruckus on the internet, with people speculating about what's happened to Section 6. Better keep an eye on that. So you're concerned too, Belle. Well then, Barry, please filter the internet using these keywords, and keep me up to date with all the latest. Keywords: Section 6, HIA Club, and Hoshimi Miyabi. Also... Nullface? Nullface? You mean that gang of proxies who claim to be the equals of Phaethon? It's understandable you'd be curious. Well, we're free from the story. Push the wrong button. There's a strange old man in our shop. Okay. Push buttons. Let's see, I couldn't, and this is Trigger's event. I couldn't access any of this stuff while we were in that, thing. Special event. And there is Trigger. What kind of bang boo is that one? I think that's a new one. Oh. Cool, I got credit for it anyway. Rock on. I didn't claim these because we were stuck in that event. But I did log on just to, well, I honestly got on for that purpose, but I don't know why it was so difficult for me to make that into a phrase. No. I just want to get these to clear off of here. Ooh. Oh, tuning calibrator. Okay. It's not what we're looking for. We will do that one. But I want to complete this event that we're stuck in first. Let me get the shop going, because it's been like 3 days since we started the shop. And B's the best. Trendy. Wow, I do not have a lot of trendy movies. There we go. Coffee, scratch guard. Okay, that should get us there. Hi, Corin. And we're gonna grab noodles because I want to and it's fun.
Feeling hungry? Let me make you a deluxe bowl.
Let's go cold noodles. Yay.
Got your fill. See you next time.
Coffee time.
Nothing beats caffeine on a lazy afternoon.
We have successfully installed Java.
You know, coffee is not a must, but a calm and relaxed mindset sure is.
And that should do all this. Go talk to Wise. We are going to pull for Trigger with the remaining supplies that we currently have. Hey, love-crazed girl. Sigh. Those celebrity couples on the big screen are always so fleeting. Sometimes I wake up in the morning only to find another couple's broken it off. I don't believe in those made-up love stories anymore. Are there any films adapted from real-life love stories? That's the kind of love I envy. See, we did this one before, and I picked something, the coffee one. And she didn't like it. I don't think. Because she's like, oh, you can tell just by looking at the cover that that love story is fake. Oh, that's different. A group of gamers are invited to play a new VR game only to discover that they are actually NPCs in the upper level of the game. When they try to fight back against the upper level, players there find out that they too are NPCs in an upper level of the game. Unlike similar films, the storyline of Unlimited Players is not the protagonist proves that he is not an NPC, instead being quite the opposite. There are various indications that confirm the protagonist is an NPC, and even the invitation to enter the game may be a pre-designed plot. As the truth of the upper game is unveiled layer by layer, the protagonist's situation at the bottom does not improve, but becomes more dangerous. Pressure accumulates throughout the story right up to the last moment, as the truth is slowly revealed, layer by layer, and when all the foreshadowing is revealed in one go, the audience can't help but feel exhilarated. Family that built new Eridu. Romantic. Maybe that's more the genre that she's looking for. Old civilization. Oh, there we go. That one's probably it. Let's go with that one. Film inspired by the old civilization. Right. Did she like it? Let me see the film description. It contains footage from the old civilization. Seems like a real love story to me. Wonderful. Yes. Success. Although they'll alter things here and there for the adaptation, the thought that the story is based on a real couple fills my heart with warmth. Thanks, manager. I'll take care of this tape and watch the film till the end. Yay! I don't know why I'm so excited about successfully recommending a tape to her, but I am. Hello, Wise. Check this out real quick. There's some new info about Section 6. Are you free to chat right now? It's not like I got a video store to run. You are about to enter immersive storytelling. You cannot have fun other than playing this mission while in this mode. Yes. After the news on section 6 concluded. Wow, lots of S's in there. Let's compile all the info from the internaut selected by Fairy along with those stray morsels from the news. Firstly, Section 6 hasn't come out of the club. Plus, online reports have placed several experts in cybersecurity from both the HIA and in EPS, that's New Eridu Public Security, arriving at Lumina Square. Feels like something's going down. I'm yelling timber. That's what everyone's guessing, but nobody knows what's actually happened. Turn on reactor core. Cool. That'll work. It's getting a little too warm. Gotta fire up the reactor. Cool things down. If you can't name your smart things fun things, then what's the point? That's what everyone's guessing, but nobody knows what's actually happened. Should we go join the party? Because my life is a party, my home is club. One of these times, I'm gonna use just exclusively song lyrics for the entire dialogue of the stream. Why? Because I'm psychotic. I knew you would be keen to join in all the fun, Belle. Let's go, the car's ready. A little earlier today at the HIA Club. I imagine that acronym is pronounced in the same way that Star U from Pokemon has its Pokemon call. Here! Login failed. Login failed. Missing authentication information. Login failed. Login failed. Oh wait, no, maybe she's reading that. I haven't been able to log back in ever since the system kicked me out. I've tried everything, but even the login link disappeared in the end. It's been so long already. Sokaku, Miyabi, and Asaba. They're all suffering inside there, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm confused. Sokaku is just her name. Miyabi would be her first name. But Haramasa would be his first name, and she corrected to use his last name, if I'm remembering those layouts correctly. And maybe they've corrected the positioning for the localization. But, and that's actually a good possibility. Hoshimi Miyabi. Asaba Haramasa. Okay, so it was last name first. Okay, disregard. Dot. Deputy Chief Tsukishiro? Sorry about that. I was daydreaming. Has our backup arrived yet? The professionals from Hand have arrived. They're working on relinking the connection so you can re-enter the virtual world. Digimon. When I tried logging in using the original link, the system prompt said, missing authentication information. But ever since I've been here, I've stuck with my team, whether in the virtual world or the real one. I can't figure out how there can be authentication information that Miyabi, Haramasa, and Sokaku all have, but I don't. Even if they can create a new connection, I'm worried that I won't be able to log in at all if we can't solve this first. Do our experts have any insight about that? We are working hard. Which is a really long way of saying no. I see. Thanks for your hard work. We will never give up. Never. Please don't cry. Oh, that was actually him losing it. I thought that was some glitch in the pseudo matrix we're stuck in. Sorry. I'm sorry. You only came by to help us out, yet we put you all in danger. Seriously, can you please stop crying? I'm really not very good at handling my workmates' tears. Sorry. I'm just... It's so sad. Deputy Chief Tsukishiro, did you hear? I just went out to console all the Section 6 fans outside, and they were all clutching onto the gifts that they wanted to give to their idols. And I told them all to go, and then I passed them on for them, but you know what they said? They wanted to personally hand over their gifts to their idols. The Guardians of New Eridu. We kept everything secret, though. We didn't let anything out of the bag. They've got no idea that their heroes are now on the brink of death because of our negligence. That's something I really... I can't keep it together. Oh. Oh, your whole expression just shifted then, Deputy Chief Tsukishiro. Are you going to take your anger out on me? It's okay. You can hit me. I deserve it. Please rest assured, I shall not be hitting you. What you just said has reminded me of something. Please, hold on a minute. I want to run a quick physical diagnostic on my teammates. Of course. Sure. They're all under expert medical supervision right now. If you can provide some details about their health, it should be useful in stabilizing the situation. I understand. Thank you. Yay! Oh wait, no, it's not a time for celebrating. Staff. This looks more like a person than a staff, but wow. the haze of the VR machine. Deputy Chief Tsukishiro, thank you for all your hard work. I'm currently in charge of taking care of your 3 teammates. And I've got a few questions I'd like to ask you. Thank you in advance. As long as it helps with their care, I'll gladly tell you whatever I know. We retrieved the basic health records of the 3 from the database, but something went wrong during the data transfer. We lost the info on each file's owners. I'd like to ask for your help in identifying which of the 3 records belongs to each executive officer, based on my descriptions. I'm an Anomalocaris, so I'll do my best. The first record, let me see. Wow, impressive. Looks like it's a petite Oni girl with exceptional physical abilities. Who do you think this file belongs to? Could it be Lady Miyabi or perhaps Mr. Asaba? Is Mr. Asaba perhaps maybe just possibly a petite Oni girl? Just possibly. Do you really need me for this? Please, my team can't bear the consequences of a mistake. Fine. I think the person it describes is... Oh man, you can't make me choose. This makes me want to pick a Harumasa. It's obviously Sukaku. Understood. Now, the second record. It belongs to a male officer. His bust, waist, and hip measurements are... It's Miyabi, no. It's also Sakagu. I want to so badly, but I don't want to mess something up. It's Haramasa. Understood. The last record. It looks like it belongs to a dignified, powerful female fox tyrant who wields a sword and has earned the title of Void Hunter. Her height is 170 centimeters. That must be with the ears included, right? It's Sakaku. Hoshimi Miyabi. Deputy Chief Tsukishiro, thank you for your cooperation. All the data has been fully confirmed. Rest assured, we will do everything in our power to care for the three of them. Section 6 is the protector of this city, a symbol of security for everyone. For everyone. So, Deputy Chief Tsukishiro, no matter what, please bring the three of them back. Please. I will. You're the only one who can. Can I really do it? Yanagi walks up to them, quietly watching. Like the caretaker mentioned, the new Eridu Guardian badge gleams brightly on the chests of the three. Their breathing is steady, and their hands are warm. Anyone looking at them would never think they were on the brink of death. I can't imagine this city without you. So, I have to bring you back. Just then, a message arrives. The cyber warfare experts have successfully restored the connection gateway.
Miss Tsukishiro, the login link has been re-established, but part of the system is still under the enemy's control. The message authentication information missing keeps popping up, so we can't log in.
Is this the same guy that was just hysterical and in tears moments ago?
I have an idea that might be worth a try.
Brute force.
What's that in your hand? Oh, a new Eridu Guardian badge? That's a really unique design. Is it official hand merchandise?
That's not important. Please take this badge to the specialist team for analysis.
The staff takes away the badge for analysis before bringing in back soon after. Whoa.
This is incredible. Wait, do you intend to log into the system wearing this?
It's the missing authentication information, isn't it?
Yes, but it's too risky. Once you log in, you won't be able to activate safe mode. Even the pain feedback protection will be disabled, and it could...
There's something I'd like to confirm.
What is it?
Are the core system rules still in effect? I'm talking about the content in this user guide. This system creates an immersive virtual realm synced with the user's senses. Once all test monsters are defeated, the session will automatically come to an end. According to the specialists, these rules are intact, correct?
Of course! These are the core rules governing the VR system. Our battle with the enemy has always been about gaining control of the system, and they have neither the ability nor the opportunity to alter them.
Great, then I'm going into the system. My teammates are still out there. Please assist me, I'm counting on you.
Yay.
That was so moving! I'm going to create a dedicated fan club just for you, and one day, I'll make sure everyone in New Eridu is a die-hard fan of Miss Tsukishiro.
After that performance, I gotta say, I think I did him justice in his hysterical moment a little bit ago. I'm gonna have to play that back and see just how bad it was, because I just kind of winged it. Wung it? Is wung a past tense of wing? If it's not, it should be, because that's I wunged it. That's gonna be some weird term from the Urban Dictionary or something, and people are gonna lose their minds. Disclaimer, I am not aware of any weird connotations pertaining to the term wung. Do not bring that negative stuff into this atmosphere, thank you.
You're thinking out loud again.
No, that's just what I'm saying out loud. My inner thoughts are way more embarrassing. If I were to say them out loud, you'd never look at me the same again, so I'll stop. But since you've made up your mind, I'll give it my all to support you. I swear, as the founder of the Tsukishiro Yanagi fan club, I pray to the founders of Eridu, to Lady Sunbringer, and the leftover noodles from lunch. I pray for the safety of you and everyone in Section 6.
Thank you. I'll make sure they all get back safely.
Looks like the HIA club, but nobody's here. I guessed right. That was a valid login method. There's voices outside. I better head out. Take a look. No grilling. Oh, no food allowed. Okay. No shouting. Do not touch unfamiliar buttons. See, we can't interact with this cargo container because it's not lost. Go outside? Uh-huh. I'm scared. Ah, yeah.
This is like something out of a nightmare.
So this is what nightmares are like.
Wait, did Sokaku get turned into a... You saw that, right? Down here, there was another Bangbu. A green one.
Wait, Chief, you've never had one?
Ooh. That's a cool frame.
No, never. Miyabi's combat data collection progress is at 97%.
Miyabi, there's no time! Please listen to me!
There's no need. Have you already uncovered the enemy's secret?
Yes, Chief.
Miyabi's combat data collection progress is at 98%. You've got a plan to take them down, right?
It's a Sokaku Bangbu!
I do, Chief.
We're gonna end up with a Miyabi Bangbu too.
Miyabi's combat data collection progress is at 99%. Then I'll leave it to you. Miyabi's combat data collection progress has reached 100%. Data collection complete. Model construction in progress.
She's a Miyabu.
To protect the city, I, Tsukishiro Yanagi, become light.
Oh, the Bangbu.
Sorry, everyone. I got here too late. Leave the rest to me. It doesn't matter how many city monsters show up.
Impressive, Deputy Chief. You're not gonna turn into a Bangbu too, Win.
Weak spot located.
That's trippy. Are we in the mirror dimension?
If only I had a bamboo-sized sword. I'd like to join the fight too, and
Yay.
Don't worry, Keith. Leave it to me.
Miyabi's little Ennas are fun.
Enemies of Section 6 shall pay.
Keith, Enna, she's coming!
We press on. Because you're not her.
Dark Miyabi.
my right hand.
Miyabi?
My right hand. I sprained it earlier, stopping the blade.
It was back then.
It'll lead to subtle changes in my movements. You've always looked after me, after all of us. You're the only one in this world who can capture it.
Weak spot.
Thank you, Chief.
Ooh. That's a powerful shot.
Checkmate.
She Ganondorfed him.
You can go alone.
Nice shot.
We're back! Nagi, you did it!
I can finally clock out.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Everyone's been light for so long. It's time to go back to being human.
It's all because that blasted intelligence officer. Even if I can't destroy your consciousness, I'll make you pay. Hoshimi Miyabi. Deep sensory sync and biological data, all uploaded. They will finish what I started. Null face will not end here. Ooh. Cliffhanger.
Nagi, are you awake? Can you see me?
Your hands are sweaty, Sakaku.
You're finally awake, Nagi. I was so scared. They said your mind used a force that exceeded your physical limits in there, and I thought it might cause your body to go haywire.
I see. I'll steer clear of that power in the virtual world from now on. Noted.
I told you the deputy chief would be alright. How do you feel? Sore all over? Maybe now you can relate to how I feel when I want to take a day off.
I'm glad you're safe and sound too, Asaba. However, I think you're cuter in your bamboo form.
Deputy Chief! First you slap me physically and now you hit me with words? That's just cruel.
Thanks to you, we're back in the real world, Yanagi. Your strategy worked, as always. Once you're back on your feet, will you help me draft my will?
Now's really not the time for this, Chief. And what's with the will all of a sudden?
In large families like the Hoshimi family, such things must be sorted early.
Oh, though I'm totally overjoyed to witness this reunion, I'm afraid I have to interrupt. Just to be on the safe side, we need to give everyone a quick medical checkup.
Oh, cancel. Stop it. Stop it. Gotta pull down the music audio. It feels like it's washing out the vocals. The voices. Voices. Accompanied by HIA medical staff, the group underwent a basic health check, followed by more thorough examination in Hand's specialized medical facility. Thankfully, everyone was fine. 2 days later, in the Section 6 office of the Hand building.
So, the virus was implanted in us by the enemy through that badge?
Virus isn't exactly accurate. It's a set of identification codes that aren't inherently dangerous and don't actively emit signals. Their sole purpose is to be detected during a full body scan when the wearer logs into the VR training machine. But when read, it becomes a virus. It opens up a back door, allowing the attacker to hack into the system. Or at least, that's what the tech staff reported.
That's exactly why you shouldn't scan unknown QR codes. With that in mind, here, scan this QR code to follow me on YouTube.
But, Deputy Chief, how did you know the badge contained this virus?
Looking back, the only distinction between my actions and everyone else was I didn't interact with any fans before the mission started. To ensure all the citizens who trust Hand feel at ease, the higher-ups have consistently encouraged officers to treat the fans as kindly as possible. It's only natural everyone wears the gifts sent by the fans.
So that pretty badge was actually something harmful. Oh no, I can't remember who gave it to me. If I could, we could trace it back to them, right?
Don't worry. I've already asked reliable colleagues to follow up.
Could it be an insider within the HIA?
I did have my doubts, but then I thought if an insider wanted to tamper with it, there are plenty of ways more subtle than implanting an identifier code. The most suspicious person, naturally, is the one who has the strongest reason to target Section 6 right now.
Oh, Section 5?
Now isn't the time for internal jokes. Chief, you understand what I'm trying to say, right?
Nullface. We're just one step away from taking down their leader. If they were going to make a desperate move, now would be the time.
Nullface once hacked into the HIA system and potentially gained access to internal intelligence. Furthermore, conducting electronic warfare through hacker groups has always been Nullface's specialty.
Hacker groups. So in other words, the remnants of Nullface, who normally operate independently, are now joining forces?
This is their last stand. To efficiently organize their attack against us, they likely aren't too spread out, making it the perfect opportunity to capture them all in one sweep.
Huh, they can't beat us in the real Hollow, so they cheat in the game world? These guys are the worst. So, when are we gonna go after them?
Rather conveniently, the intelligence from our partner department has just arrived. How about we take them down today?
Yay. That night, Hand resumed the previously cancelled press conference. The entire Hollow Special Operations Section 6 squad attended, announcing the criminal syndicate Nullface had been apprehended. So did they take him down first and then announced it, or are they announcing it to egg them on so they can actually catch them? Belle, did you catch that news bulletin? What is it? Section 6 called a press conference claiming that they've taken down Nullface in one fell swoop. So nothing happened to them? Yes, the previous rumor had it that Section 6 got into trouble at the HIA Club, while Han did nothing about it, which sent the rumor mill into overdrive. Now, online speculation claims Section 6 was infiltrating the Nullface base the whole time to launch a sneak attack, and Han's lack of response was due to fear of leaks. That's still just speculation. Sure, I mean, it's not like anyone witnessed it in person. Ha! They say the sleeping mind dreams about the worries of the day. Maybe I'll have one of those dreams tonight. I'm thinking, Belle, Wise, and Section 6's big bad hollow adventure. Do we play the bad guys in the dream? If Belle's a bad guy, then I'd like to be a bad guy too. After all, it's both of us that make up Faven. It's rare for you to go along with me like this. So how about it? You want to experience that dream right now? You wanna play VR? You wanna go to the what? HIA. You got it. The announcement says the HIA's latest VR system updated today, and the sensory simulation experience has advanced again. Aren't you curious, Belle? Welcome, citizens, to experience the latest VR system. Ah! You're Miss Tsukishiro Yanagi. You are the leader of the independent investigation team. I didn't expect to meet you here. I was just... 1, 2, 3, Miss Tsukishiro! A paragon of wisdom and bravery for you who will go crazy. Who are these people? We're Miss Tsukishiro Yanagi's fan club. I'm the chief administrator. Would you be interested in joining us and becoming one of Miss Tsukishiro's loyal supporters? Everyone, what happened to our rule number 1? Right? Never cause trouble for the guests. What you're doing right now is causing trouble, you know. Right, we will obey your instructions. We'll disappear right away. Wow. My apologies. No matter how much I tried to stop them, they insisted on forming a fan club, so I had to set some rules for management. I'm the invited spokesperson responsible for the safety demonstration of this new VR system. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Time slips by without notice, and you end up spending an entire day at the HIA Club. By the time you return home, it's already late into the night. You fall asleep without even realizing it, probably because you're exhausted. Story of my life. Wow, it wouldn't progress. Thanks. Cool! Completed that. Andy. You've got mail. No, they probably fixed the thing that was super fun. Basic attack and dodge. Okay, nope, that's not the E attack. Cool, so maybe it's fine. Good. Thanks for the polychrome. And okay, so we're going to claim all of our stuff that's claimable. And then we're going to see what we can do as far as our polls are concerned. Okay, not sure. That's the store. We'll get there in a minute. New Eridu City Fund. Doo -doo -doo -doo. Okay. Okay, this button. That is Zhu Yuan's Wenjin. And yes, I know the W engine. Broken eyes hold both resilience and vulnerability. Her life was one of seeking companions, enemies, the truth, warmth. She reached out time and time again, only to have it slip through her fingers. If one day she finds the missing fragments of her incomplete soul, will she be able to hear the melody in the wind once more? Target has returned to the second floor of the video store. It sounds like they're preparing to sleep. Update on their location has been filed. Trigger, apparently tracking and documenting a particular target. That target would be us. Zhu Yuan. And Lucy. Okay, so Trigger is our target, of course. So we can complete the Obel squad. And I think Seth and Corin. Take all of those. And we'll wait on this one. Grace. Leda. Laika. And that one's Nekomata. Soldier 11. Oh, Rena. Okay. Away we go. All bees? Wasn't it? Oh, there's an A. Wow, it's right staring at me in the face.
Woo! Manager! I'm counting on you to cover me.
Figured the rest of them would be W engines. Yay. We have 2, so we need 8. And around we go again. Nice! S rank. Are we gonna be lucky or are we gonna lose our first 50-50? I want it to be, I want it to be, please be nice to us. It took so many pulls to get Anby. Okay, that's fine. She's super dupe.
Trigger.
Yes! Yes! We got her! Wow. That was crazy. I did not expect to, what was that, or 20 polls? Awesome. Okay. That was cool. I have the worst luck on gacha games like this, like Genshin. So it's nice to have a little bit of unofficial pity, I guess. because I haven't, since we pulled Ambi, Soldier Zero Ambi, I haven't done any polls. Maybe one set of polls, but I'm pretty sure I didn't do any because we were looking at possibly getting her W engine, and then I kind of evaluated it, and it looked like a better option to get Trigger because of her support that she provides for Soldier Zero Ambi. Plus, having the long range attack was nice as well. So, yeah, that's 20 polls, and we got her. That's cool, because that leaves us some room to poll for something else as well. Do we poll for her W engine? That's the button I wanted. Well, I thought it was what I wanted, but clearly that's not getting me there either. No. Oh, there we go. You know what? Let's push our luck. Ooh. 2, 3 A rank. Hey, that's Billy's and that's Billy's again. Are we gonna get 3 Billies? Yep. That's so weird. The odds of that are astronomical. I think it's Lucy's W engine is the other A rank, another Billy. I wonder if his is significantly higher than hers is. They shouldn't be. Spectral gaze. Yeah, they're both up. I bet they're both Billies. I'm 50% right. I'm less right. That's a Kabuto. Just a general rock. kind of committed now. Not shiny. Ooh, 3 chances to get Billy. There's at least one Kaboom the Cannon in this one. Okay. Less okay. Billy, this is statistically improbable. Why are you the only one in my... Bro. Well, hey, on the bright side, I'm going to be able to max out Billy's Winjin. Twice. Okay, we got one more. I didn't figure we'd pull it. Yeah. So maybe Lucy's. We got 2 shots, and they're not right next to each other, so maybe that means it's not Billy. Maybe. Yes! We got Lucy's, finally. I think it's Lucy's. Pretty sure it's Lucy's. And honestly, another one would be great so we can upgrade it. And a Billy. Hey, it's okay.
I'm at your disposal.
Okay, where's the Billy?
Starlight, it's time to shine.
I am the Eye of
First,
Oval.
first we need to do this. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I forgot where
I've got your back.
I favorite. There we go. Yes.
I have 2 guns, so double
Congrats,
the accuracy.
Okay, we've got a Winjin in here for you, Mr. Billy. Yep, okay, so overclocking is what I want to do, and I'm gonna need to 2, 3, I don't know how many of these I need to unlock for this. Look at how many of those we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9, 10 total. It's insane. Okay. Enhance. Overclock. 2, 3, 4. So we can max out 2 of them and have 1 to spare. Yes. Switched over. Yes. Enhance. I'm gonna do it. We don't really use Billy in battle at all.
I have 2 guns, so double the accuracy.
Is that how that works? I don't think that's how that works.
I am the Eye of Oval.
I don't know if this is best for her or not, but level it up. Oh, maybe we need to focus on that set. I don't know. We'll leave it at that for now. Oh, agent level is too low. Okay. There. That's fine. Yeah. Don't really want to go that far.
I am the Eye of Obel.
Okay. So, not that. This. Now we have 0-point calibration. Oh, that's the other half of this story, which, I mean, makes sense. So, we can adjust the party, I think, in a minute. Whispers from beyond the river dwell in her eyes. Press left mouse button for a single shot. When blue flash appears on the muzzle, you can perform another single shot. Otherwise, rapid fire will be triggered. Each single shot consumes 1 bullet. Hold for rapid fire. Rapid fire has higher fire rate, but deals lower damage. Each rapid fire shot consumes 1 bullet. R to refill. Okay, that's good to know. Ammo will be refilled automatically. Golden Bang Boo suddenly appears. You'll have unlimited ammo during that time. Beat enemies to earn points. Hit their ether core for bonus. Chain hits on ether cores and multiply. Take down all enemies as fast as you can. Maximum time limit left over time is bonus points. The more you save, the higher your score. Okay. Press right mouse button to target distant enemies. Shots will have piercing effect. 5 bullets. Focus fire. The shooting range theory. You have no idea what's going on. Just an ordinary day at the shooting range. That's all. Standard Zenless Zone Zero procedure. We unlocked Trigger, and we're currently working on her agent story, I believe. She's part of Opal Squad, part of the same team that Soldier Zero Anby was on, that Soldier 11 is on, and one of the other ones, I believe. Part of that was played on stream, and most of the Soldier Zero Anby story was played on stream, I think. And then her polls were off stream because I was on a time crunch, and I did record it. I just haven't got it uploaded yet to the YouTube. Well, we're back to the target range. Ooh. Oh. Piercing shot. Ooh, civilians. Didn't consider that. More civilians. Boom. Boom. At least I assume they're civilians. Wow. I didn't think there were supposed to be so many civilians in the hollows. Nice. The target practice minigame is actually really fun. Protected by a shield. Strike at its weakest point when its defenses are down. The Ethereal doesn't care about unemployment, relationships, or health issues, so use physical force to break through its defense. No psychological warfare here. Ow. Ooh. Between the civilians. If that's our current level, we're almost ready to level up. Which is kind of indicated by the progress bar that's almost full. It's kind of standard progress bar procedure. Exploding targets. They are the exception. They're such a stress relief. Yay. Something's gonna pop if I shoot it right. I think I was supposed to wait. There we go. Headshot. Oh, wow. Aha. Game on. Oh, I waited far too long. Oh. Focus fire. Oh. Still focus fire. Nice. Yay. And this one is locked until April 4th. And just pretend they're doing setups under threat of gunfire. Typical setup application. Kuru, welcome. Just getting a little shooting range practice in. Ooh. Don't these civilians know it's unsafe to stand in a downrange in a shooting range? Really kind of impressed that I didn't hit her through him. I didn't need to reload. I have unlimited ammo during focus fire. How's it going? Going good. I don't know why they wouldn't be standing in the line of fire. I missed one. That's the first time one of them's got away from me. Got him. Wipe out. It's a whole different game. Ethereal protected by a shield around its core. Shoot it and then shoot it again. So the best part about completing this event, this agent story, is we can actually come back and play it again later. Wow. Ethereals during focus fire? Nice. Yay! We leveled up. I think we can advance our Internaut rank now, too. I think 40 was the threshold for that. So obviously, since this doesn't unlock until tomorrow, maybe on Saturday stream or maybe in between, depending on what we do Saturday. Where we're playing this today, and we unlock Trigger, we may be able to play something different on Saturday, because this was kind of my intent for Saturday. But since Trial Thursday's game didn't end up working out how I planned. That's not what I wanted at all. Crew in the Kerr house. Okay, that maxes out all of the side quest stuff. Or the mini game, I guess it technically it's called. Name all those. And we can start the story. Immersive storytelling. And see, it doesn't say anything about you need to be past a certain point in your story in order to not have any spoilers. So that's cool. This is a story that took place in the past, a story of a rookie Proxy named Phaethon, who meets a young lady at a crossroads of fate. Belle, we've been on 6th Street for a while now. How many Internaut commissions have we taken these past few days? We're still newbies, so you know how it is. It's okay. We're starting our Proxy business and video store from scratch, side by side. It'll take time. These days, I've been focused on managing the store, so thank you for taking care of our Internaut business, Belle. Having this cozy little home with you is already much better than the life we had just after leaving the academy. Well, as long as we slowly build up a reputation, we'll eventually have a chance to uncover clues about the fall of the old capital. Belle, we'll take it slow. Yeah, but I still want to take on some commissions. Well, your enthusiasm is really something, but your troubles will soon be resolved. I saw how hard you've been searching for commissions, so these past few days I found an intelligence broker on Internaut who can introduce commissions to us. As long as we can establish a long-term partnership with this professional intelligence broker, we shouldn't have to worry about getting commissions in the future. As your older brother, I also want to be able to help you. Good job. Thanks. I think I've done a good job too. I arranged to meet him at the store today. He should be arriving soon. At that moment, a sudden knocking comes from the door. He's here, just in time, Belle. Let's go talk to him. Who knows? Maybe a cool surprise will be waiting for us on our first commission with him. I wanna explore the shop in its pre-present day state. You know, because this is like shop as it started. This is the shop's origin story. Look at all these movies, most of which we got after today in the story. Oh. Old TV. Even though our financial situation wasn't looking good, my brother insisted on buying this TV. Although I didn't quite agree, I'm sure he had his reasons. By the way, whenever we watch horror films together, Wise always clutches my clothes with his trembling hands. It's so much fun. From this perspective, I'd say the TV was totally worth buying. Wise is apparently not a scary movie guy. Oh, still, I can't say I blame him. Do we take a photo of the photo? I may have already done that previously. Ooh, the HDD is here. The workbench is here, but no VR system because we haven't got to that point yet. There's also no ferry. That's a whole lot of wall TVs. We're so broke, we probably shouldn't buy this TV. Hello! As the front door is opened, a man in a suit walks in. Although he wears a friendly and reliable smile, there is still something slightly off about him. Belle, allow me to introduce our future partner, the intelligence broker I found on internet. Nice to meet you both. You can call me Shepard. I'm glad you two chose to work with me. By the way, are you just starting out in this line of work? Nice to meet you. We haven't been in the business for too long. I understand. It's normal for rookie proxies like you to have a hard time finding commissions. But please don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Let me check my notes. Your name is Phaethon, right? What kind of commissions do you usually specialize in? We have superior technology. What an energetic response. These days, many young proxies lack the energy you have. That being said, combat-related commissions might be a bit tricky, right? You two don't seem like fighters, and hiring combat personnel can be expensive for new proxies. To be honest, I'm not sure I feel comfortable assigning you anything dangerous. We'll find our own way to resolve that. I believe you'll see it in the actual commission. The actual commission, huh? Well then, I happen to have a recently issued commission that could serve as the perfect starting point for our partnership. I believe this commission is of the perfect difficulty to assess your abilities. If you're interested, let me explain in details. Shall we move to a more convenient place to talk? It's not suitable to talk about this at the counter, so you move to a small room with Shepard to discuss things in detail.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
Why hire a proxy then?
Not to be rude to the client, but guiding people through the hollows is what a proxy does. A commission that doesn't even require stepping in one seems kind of pointless for us to handle, right?
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills. To be honest, the client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
Accept the commission.
You've made your point. Guess we can't refuse now. Let's see the job.
She's so reluctant. Shepard nods in satisfaction and pulls out 3 items from his pocket. A harmonica, a sheet of music, and an old photo. Of a woman with covered eyes. Hey, it's Trigger. I guess that makes sense considering the whole story is about her. A somewhat aged photograph, though the image remains fairly clear. A blonde young woman with her eyes covered leans against a wall. For some reason, her silhouette seems so fragile, as if she might shatter into pieces at any moment, filled with such profound sadness.
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Just a photo. So even the client doesn't know her name, identity, or whereabouts? And what's the deal with the harmonica and the sheet music?
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica.
That is so weird.
Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
A single photo and a melody. Feels like chasing shadows. Belle, where do you think we should start?
Let's go to Port Elpis and look for clues.
Maybe we should start with Port Elpis. A woman with her eyes covered isn't exactly someone you see every day. Remember when we went to visit the sea? I'm pretty sure we spotted someone like that back then.
I don't remember.
Remember? I was in a bad mood that day, so you took me to the port to clear my head. We bought some fries, but you were so busy staring at that girl with her eyes covered, a seagull snatched them right out of your hand.
Why do you sound mad? Now that I think about it, that woman did look a lot like the one in the photo. I was just a bit distracted. I didn't mean to stare. Next time I'll make sure to watch my fries more carefully. Well, thanks to you, we've got a lead now. Let's head to the port and see what we can find.
Look around and get ready before heading to Port Elpis. What is there to get ready with? Hey, it's the box of miscellaneous items that's been here since we moved in. They contain mostly things of rather ambiguous importance. Although I occasionally remind Wise to tidy up together when we have time, it's already piled up here. Will there really be a day when we need something from inside these boxes? That's awesome. Moving bang boo. As opposed to ones that are static. I'm telling you, these tires, you have got some sway bar or something problems going on, because your back tires are way misaligned. That's a serious serious problem. The car's just like, Hey, we found the name of the last place that we didn't have unlocked yet. I'm sure from our activities earlier with the HIA. Officer Mew Mew. Yeah. Help us. Port Promenade. What? What? No, what did I do? Hurley unlocked something. We've arrived. Time to find our missing person. However, it was a week ago when we saw that lady. And we can't be sure if she's the person we're looking for. Even if she is, it's uncertain whether she'll still be around here. Whether she's still around. Let's look around for clues first. Right, since we don't have any other leads right now, let's try our luck here. I'll attempt to hack into the cameras to check if she's been around recently. As for you, Belle, take the photo and ask locals and passersby. Yay, Wise, have you seen this? Have you seen this person? Whee! Welcome to Tater King. Our fries and hot dog combo is a hot seller. Would you like to give it a try? Have you seen this person? Oh, I remember seeing this girl before. When exactly? Maybe once every 1 or 2 months? I'll see her wandering around this area, but I've never spoken to her, and she doesn't seem to interact with anyone around here. So I don't really know much about her background. So she hasn't been around recently? I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her recently. Are you looking for her? I can keep an eye out for you. Alright, thanks. By the way, would you like some fries? The seagulls here always try to steal the fries. Alright then. The seagulls have been too active recently. Will they have a negative impact on the sale of our fries? Looks like I shouldn't feed them too much in the future. So it's your fault that Wise had his fries stolen. Thought this was Wise. The hair color is very similar. Climb up the lighthouse. That sounds slightly ill-advised. So instead I'm going to walk up this scaffolding that's set on the side of these precariously perched, hey look, it's a mini-split unit. Shipping containers. Tightly closed door. Someone must be living there, right? If the blindfolded woman has appeared around the port, maybe whoever lives here has seen her? Knocking on the door. Complete silence. But there seems to be some kind of noise inside. Knock again. That's why we come from knock knock. Who? Hello? Who? Let me see. Door opens slightly. I carefully hand the photo over, and within 3 seconds the person returns it. Never seen. Disappear. In the end, everyone will disappear, including me. Door shuts. What was all that about? Foggy glazed window. The windswept door stands silently closed with no response after several knocks. Perhaps peeking through the round glass of the window might reveal something? But the glass window seems to have not been cleaned for a long time. Take a closer look. In the foggy window, there's a blurry reflection of a pair of eyes quietly watching you from behind. Ah! However, aside from a few drifting sea breezes, there's nothing else on this terrace. You peer through the round glass window again. The room has only a few stacked cardboard boxes. Looks like just a storage room. The eyes are gone. Now let's try the door again. Hey, look at that! Climb up the building next to the lighthouse at Port Elpis and try to open the window on the top floor. That is an oddly specific quest. Aw, I can't talk to the door. I thought maybe after I got stared at by spooky eyes, I might be able to trigger some other dialogue. Okay, so down here, looks like there's a couple, and then we'll go up the lighthouse. Fisherman! So, no results today. I told them the bait wouldn't work, but they didn't believe me. Have you seen this person? I'm just a fisherman, staring at the bucket, bobber, and fishing line all day. How could I recognize anyone? I know a reliable type of bait. The other day, when greeting Enzo, who lives next door, I learned he occasionally goes fishing. I recommended the bait that Enzo usually uses to the man. You don't look like someone who's been fishing. Are you sure about this? Whatever. I'll give it a try next time. Let me see the photo of the person you're looking for. I think I remember this girl. I think I remember this girl. I think I remember this girl. I'm here fishing every day, and she was here some time ago, walking along this wooden walkway. Do you know where she lives? How would I know? Most of the time, my mind is focused on fishing. It was just that day. I mean, that day I got tired of fishing, so I got up to take a walk and happened to see her. I've only seen her that time. If you need, I can help keep an eye out, but for now, I really don't know anything more about this girl. Well, that's decidedly inconvenient. Wow, it just got darker. And more people are... There was also a person over here that I wanted to speaketh to, and now they're gone. Well. Was there anything from Nintendo Direct that I'm excited for? Well, truth be told, I haven't actually watched the Nintendo Direct yet. I did hear about a couple of things from it. And I vaguely oh yes, the Hyrule Warriors, and I think I might have mentioned something about it on yesterday's stream. But there is a Hyrule Warriors game that's going to be released that is set just before the events of Tears of the Kingdom. So that's pretty neat. And I've got the other two, so I'll probably end up needing to get that one, but the worst part about that is I don't want to be one of the beta testers for the console. So, otherwise, I saw a clip of them demonstrating I don't know if it was from the Direct or from something else, demonstrating the magnets on the controllers for the side of the console, and they seem to be plenty strong, which is great. With one slight drawback to that: if the joysticks they're using are not mechanical joysticks, essentially not the same style of joysticks they used before in Joy-Cons, then having these really strong magnets next to them could be detrimental, because if they're Hall effect joysticks, which rely on magnetism to get the reading of the position, if I remember correctly, that magnetic field could interfere with that and cause issues. So that could be problematic. And I would like to say that if they did use Hall effect joysticks and had the magnets on the side, that there would have been testing done to ensure that they didn't interact improperly. But this is also Nintendo pushing a product that's mostly designed to be a massive cash flow and not so much be a high-end performance grade product, and therefore it wouldn't shock me for something like that to get overlooked. Now, I could be wrong, and it would be great if they would prove me wrong on that, but that is one of my many concerns about being a beta tester. Or I guess it's technically like open beta, basically, because the alpha testing would have been done before the release. Speaking your language, you're an electrical engineer with a background in electric motors, which have Hall effect sensors. That is right in that wheelhouse. That's, yeah. Also pretty cool. So I guess that was less excitement there than concern. But I mean that falls in with the general concern about the quality of the console. Especially, what was it? I don't remember what the price tag was on it, but it seemed like it was a little bit high. Oh, there was something else that I was actually legitimately excited for, that I heard about from it. The Switch to 450, so really not that bad. I think it was 300 for the original one. Mario Kart's $80. Yeah, lots of people have complained about the price hike for Nintendo Switch 2 games. The part of me says that it might be a bit of a trial thing, like, hey, we're gonna see if we can actually sell these at these prices, and then they can always come down from that and be like, oh yeah, April Fool's almost, and step it down a little bit. back to a normal pricing or whatever. Because I mean, right now their regular games are $60 anyway for the Switch. But the other thing, so the thing that definitely was exciting is they've been $60 for 20 years, so it's probably about time for them to run the price up on them. It still seems like that's a lot of money for a game. I mean, $60 or $80, or I mean, it's like, feels like when I was gaming back in the actual console days, it was like 20 or 30 bucks was a game. And of course that was Game Boy games typically, but it just seemed like that was more, here's your software price sort of ballpark, rather than here's the price of a small phone or a large phone almost. Smartphone sort of thing. But the cool thing, they do have Nintendo Switch 2 versions of certain games, including both the Zelda games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. And when I heard that, I thought, this is a bogus opportunity for them to rip off the people that have already bought the game and make them buy the game all over again for absolutely nothing new in content. But it turns out that that wasn't the case, because if you are an existing owner of those games, and I believe you also have to be a Nintendo Switch Online member, which I currently am, then you are able to play the Nintendo Switch 2 upgraded graphics, or upgraded version, I don't know if it's just graphics or not, of those games, which is phenomenal. That's a major selling point for the $12 a year Nintendo online membership, which I think it's still $12, but that'll be going up, I'm sure, before too long, which I should probably look into, because I have stuff set to auto transfer to make sure that comes out every year properly. So that was really cool. I did like that was included in something that I was already paying for. It's like, hey, this new thing's coming out, we're gonna make it better for you, here you go. So kudos on that. And then I thought there was the GameCube. GameCube games are coming to the Nintendo Switch Online Plus subscription, which in its own right is kind of neat, right? Having that emulation, which also explains part of the Tears of the Kingdom was meant for better hardware. Yeah, it definitely will enjoy the performance boost. Although the weird thing is, I don't know what, as far as unless it's just like a device-based patch or something that makes it so you can play that on with the new hardware. It revamps something so it's compatible. I don't know. That's a little bit beyond my expertise. But the GameCube stuff coming to NSO is cool, not mostly because of the GameCube stuff coming to NSO, but because of the potential, if it's not already available, for a GameCube Bluetooth controller if you are an NSO member. Previously, with the special NSO controllers, my Nintendo 64 controller back here, as well as my Super Nintendo controller and my two my pair of NES controllers, and all of the other ones that they have, because I bought them all when they became available because I had to have them. It was a requirement. That'll be awesome to get the GameCube one as well for some of the things that we currently play on here and just in general, because the computer is compatible with Bluetooth and it's great. So that's fun. The only other thing that comes to mind that was a significant standout and or concern was another concern, and that was their pseudo-digital games. then they have you emulate mostly, but have the expansion pack, so you'll probably get the GameCube controller. I mean, they seem like they perform well, so just on their own as a controller itself, it seemed like it's a pretty good deal, and the pricing wasn't too bad. I don't believe. I don't know. I honestly, when I got them, I wasn't really concerned about the price. I was just, hey, I'm going to get these. Plus, it's nostalgic, so that's part of it too. But yeah, so they're with the Nintendo Switch 2, they're doing their digital games a little bit differently, I think, to help combat scalpers. Not scalpers, but people ripping it off and redistributing it illegally. Don't pirate video games, kids, or anything. Make sure you have proper licensing if you're going to obtain them. Just saying that out there, being official, you know. But they have these cartridges that are essentially a license key for a digital version, and you put the cartridge into your console, and that allows you to download the game, and then as long as you have the cartridge in your console, you can play the game. If you don't have the cartridge, I don't know what it does. It may just be like an access key, effectively, and it won't let you access it if it doesn't have the key there. In theory, I understand their potentially logical thought process on that, but I despise digital games because they're easy to disappear. And especially if I'm paying $80 a game, I'm gonna have a physical copy of the game. It's just, I mean, I will wait. I will get it the day after release if I have to, or whatever. I don't want to be bound by the, yeah, you will own nothing and be happy. That's exactly it. I don't want to be bound by the mercy of Nintendo. Because, you know, as benevolent as they are, these wonderful, fantastic corporate entities that would never rip the rug out from under our feet and laugh as we bash our heads on the table on the way down, and then point out, oh no, our table is broken. They have been known to pull the rug out from under us and do exactly that. So if I can have a copy of my game that I can still play, even if they don't, that's also part of the reason I don't like games that are heavily online focused or network server focused, because it can be it can be pulled from us, and I don't appreciate having my games taken away from me. But that's, some people love the digital, and I just, even like the Xbox, the all digital Xbox Slim or whatever they are, Xbox One S, I think is what it was called. I simply could not get behind that because, one, it couldn't play the old games, and two, I wanted to be able to use the physical medium because that's the safest way to maintain your investment. You always use the physical version too. It's a good call, and I really wish they would. I don't necessarily want them to do away with the digital. I mean, it's not going to bother me if they did, but definitely put less of an emphasis on it, because let's be real, all of the physical versions that they ship are going to have a day one update anyway, because they always ship, whether it be Nintendo or Bethesda or Bethesda. Yes, I said them twice because it's hilarious. Or whatever other Sony or Sega. I don't know that Sega produces games really anymore, but pretty much any game manufacturer, it's become standard to issue a, oops, we didn't actually really have this done, so before you can play it today, make sure you update it. Update. And that should be sufficient. Just update the cartridges and move on. There's no need to play with this digital thing. But kind of getting, I'm kind of rambly a little bit. So we didn't get to go up the lighthouse, and it kind of makes me sad. Okay, right.
No luck on my end. Belle, did you find anything?
I found a seagull that wants to eat french fries. Let's try the harmonica again.
I was wishful thinking to assume that a quick stroll through the port would solve this. But since we're here, might as well give the harmonica a try. Whether it works or not, you owe me some fries before we head back.
I'll do whatever you say, but Belle, would you mind giving the harmonica a try instead? I'm curious to how it sounds.
He's a random person that gave you a harmonica. Here, slobber over this mouth instrument and see what happens. You surely won't get any kind of an infection from this.
Wow, you sure know how to set me up. I'm telling you now, though, I can't promise what it'll sound like.
You're gonna do amazing, Belle. What did I tell you? You pull out the harmonica and, glancing at the sheet music, see a melody you've never heard before. Taking a deep breath, you let the notes flow and start to play. Rambly but interesting. You have a good take on things and surprisingly know a lot of random engineering relating topics in detail. Well, I am guilty of seeking knowledge. I find information interesting, and I did go to college for computer engineering, which was more leaning towards the computer side of things than the engineering side of things. But I did, part of that required me to take a electrical engineering class and, of course, a computer programming class and stuff that way as well. But it was, I would like to say that was probably where a lot of it came from, but honestly, the majority of my knowledge was just digging into things since then, because stuff is fun to learn, and if it's nerdy or geeky or something that's unusual for the majority of people to know or be familiar with, I generally try to learn it because it's unusual. It's also why there's a cabinet full of radioactivity behind me that's constantly irradiating me the whole time I'm in the studio. Somewhere in the ballpark of about 200 counts from where I'm sitting per second, counts per second, counts per minute. I don't remember which it is, but and ironically, it's also mostly not alpha radiation at this point because there's a glass panel between me and it. So it's higher energy fun stuff. Safely irradiating me, yes. I mean, there has been a study done that has resulted in evidence indicating that a long-term low-level radiation exposure is actually beneficial to the body. So I'm just gonna reference back to that anytime somebody questions whether I'm going to glow green or something. And I mean, I don't think I will, but there is a possibility that something could change in the near future. Oh yes. It was pretty accurate. Whatever you think, it was good at least. The music continues for half a minute.
How do I put this? It sounds okay once you get used to it. But nothing happened, so I guess we should just get some fries and head back.
Takes more than you're exposed to. Yeah, it's realistically, I'd be exposed to most likely more radioactivity just by flying in a plane regularly, and that's something I've only done like twice in my life, so all the joys of that tasty cosmic radiation up there, not to mention the X-rays that you get blasted with, and depending on what places you go through. Airports, airport security, all that delightful stuff. Oh. I just realized I have fries in the freezer. I could make fries.
Excuse
Fries.
me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
Ooh, eating a banana. Yes, they do have radiation. And, fun fact, the reason they have radiation is because they have potassium in them. And all naturally occurring sources of potassium have a certain amount of potassium-40, which is a mildly radioactive material. Also, in the fertilizer section of your favorite lawn and garden store, they probably have muriate of potash, I believe is what it's called. And that is also considered mildly radioactive because, again, it contains a certain amount of radioactive potassium-40, which is tons of fun. We have summoned a girl with covered eyes using a harmonica.
Sorry, my sister didn't mean to make such a commotion. We'll just... Wait, you're...
You failed college your first go around because you were learning stuff like this instead of studying. Well, see, this is the fun stuff. I mean, some people go to college to party. Some people go to college to have fun with information. And some people go to college to read the books and graduate and move on. And I was the guy that sat in the back of the class and played games on my college-provided free tablet and ended up failing classes too. I struggled with there was one of the programming languages that I just could not figure out, and it was rough. Physics was also rough, but that was mostly, it came down to a whole lot of freedom and the fact that I had certain distractions that were not helping. There was a lot of Angry Birds played in my college years. A lot of Angry Birds.
You're the one in the photo. Sorry about that. I didn't hear any footsteps, so I didn't realize you were right beside us.
Don't feel bad, you barely passed. You played way too many games. You know, that's probably a pretty common aspect, I suppose, of the college life. And I mean, you gotta have fun to deal with the classes. Because generally taking tests and writing essays and having slightly demented English professors, turns out it's not all fun and sunshine and rainbows. But the acting class, that was fun. And yeah, almost took a dancing class. That would have been fun too. But my advisor said, this isn't going to help your degree at all. Like, even remotely. It doesn't even count as an elective. So, if you want to do it, good luck. But otherwise, you really shouldn't. Struggle with anxiety in college was super stressful. That's for sure. It's rough in general. And then, yeah, add stuff like that on top of it. And the pressure that most colleges have just to keep everything going. It's all good. It adds flavor to the stream, to the video. Well, we found our mystery girl, which is perhaps the only time I've ever said that.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
So a fun fact about Trigger, she's blind, which I'm sure we'll get into that more later. That's been brought up previously, so I don't feel like it's a terrible spoiler. But these little lights on her mask, they actually will change based on her emotion, which is kind of fun. Gives away a little bit of her thought process that way, which probably isn't great for a sniper, but to each their own. Why shoots you a questioning glance? The blindfolded woman from the photo actually appeared. What an unexpected surprise. But now what? First things first, let's bring her back home.
Well, the two of us are proxies, and this song was given to us by a client. We never thought it would actually help us find you. Our client is the one looking for you. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
Let's head back to the store.
You know what's funny? We'd probably like to meet the client too, because we haven't done that either. We just had the broker give us the information.
Okay, let's go check in with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot. Your name is...
What? My name is... Huh? My name is... Slim Shady. Wow, that's
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time.
Oh, wait, what?
But I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Charon. I hope we get to learn her real name. Unless... Charon. We already experienced this association of this name with her in the Soldier Zero Anby event, because it was brought up. Harin. Yeah, Soldier Zero is Harin. You return to the video store with the woman who calls herself Charon. Along the way, you introduce yourselves and share a bit about your fledgling proxy business.
Miss Charon, I just reached out to the information broker who posted the commission. He should be here shortly, and you'll be able to meet the client soon. Please take a seat on the couch. I'll get you something to drink.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left, it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
How did you spot that?
Let me see. You're right. How did you know? No wonder there's been some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident.
There it is.
I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp.
So she's not completely blind, and that's good to know, and also kind of explains some of her interactions a little bit more.
I heard a faint buzzing sound. By moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
Sorry to bring it up.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
Blue. What does blue mean?
No need to apologize. Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you too should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
A subtle silence fills the room. It's clear you each have secrets you don't want to share with others, and there's an unspoken understanding between you. As the silence is on the brink of becoming awkward, a knock sounds at the door from outside the shop.
It's me again! You two found the target already? Wow, Phaethon, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
The client didn't come with you? Why do you look uneasy?
I'm glad you're impressed. But why do I get the feeling you aren't very happy? You look a little uneasy.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem. I can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today.
So we did all this and we're not getting paid, is what you're saying.
Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow. Who sends something like that in normal circumstances?
Somebody who's using a proxy network on the internet to locate people. Definitely doesn't sound normal.
Sending a location from the edge of a hollow? That's anything but normal. And the client hasn't responded at all?
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Sounds like we're going to the hollow.
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation.
How
Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might pick up some clues.
Mobile Squad.
You're Miss Charon? No offense, but the hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a carrot or combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
She's literally combat personnel.
I'm a soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the hollow. You can trust in my combat skills. The heart rates of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them. As for getting
They're
into
like,
the
oh
hollow,
no, we're getting arrested.
Proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
Well, we can't let you deal with this alone.
We'd like to find the client ASAP too. I mean, who's gonna cover our commission fee otherwise? Besides, if we said no, you'd just head into the hollow alone, wouldn't you?
How did you know?
So that was your plan? You just remind me of how Wizen I used to be. So desperate to find someone that we didn't even care if we were ready or not. Well, since Miss Charon wants to continue to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. You can relax, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the hollow, and be careful.
I'm really sorry for troubling you both. Finding this client is very important to me, so I may have acted a bit out of line just now.
Is Pink maybe ashamed or embarrassed, possibly? Trying to put emotions to her face lights. Seeing how determined you are to find this person, we couldn't just stand by and do nothing.
No worries. Seeing how determined you are to find the client, we couldn't just sit by and do nothing. Let's work together to find him.
Dejamus, thanks for the $20 tip. The Radioactive Dishware Fund. That is. Let's see if I can come up with an equally terrible pun. Nope, I got nothing. But it's still awesome. Thank you so much for that, Dejamus. We will definitely have to find something fancy and shiny. See, there's one piece that I've been hunting for that's actually to derail and go off on a number of tangents that I find myself doing so because it's tons of fun. There's a piece, it is called a Clark's Teaberry Gum display box, I believe. And it is one of the more sought after uranium pieces, especially if it's intact. It's a combination of things. It's a rectangular pedestal, like a cake pedestal. It's got like a foot and everything, and then a flat top, and with a rim on it. And then on top of the pedestal, there was one of two different options. There was either you pulled it up, yeah, it's really cool. It's like a classic neon colored Vaseline colored glass. So it has either the box, and if you can find it in its best condition, you've got the box with the lid, and it's got a hinge like a metal piano style hinge integrated onto it, whether it's glued or fused to it, I'm not sure. So that's the box, the Tea-Berry Gum display box. But they also have a tray, like a countertop tray that would have been sitting on, well, the counter. That has, I believe it's sloped, and it's got 2 different chambers in it that held packs of the Tea-Berry Gum. And was, I think it had either some printed logos or even possibly stamped into the glass. But that set is one of my targets I'm kind of hunting for. I've seen a few of them come up, but they end up being really expensive most times when they show up. And so I kind of don't want to, take out a mortgage or something to find this feller. But eventually, kind of like the Revigator back there, that's a bizarre little thing. Eventually, it's gonna join the collection. And part of the fun thing about the Tea-Berry Gum display is it is bright. It's a really highly radioactive piece of glassware, and it shines really, really bright under UV light. And that's part of the best pieces are the ones that glow really well under the UV. But yeah, thanks again for that. That is so awesome. Super generous of you. I really do appreciate it. $700. Yeah, if you get them intact, and because they're not real common anymore is probably the worst part. Sometimes you find them and they've actually still got packs of gum with it, which, for obvious reasons, I wouldn't recommend consuming, but might be a fun thing to try on a stream sometime if we end up sourcing it. Here is your gum that's been sitting in this radioactive dishware or glassware for 65 years or more. Surely not been affected. Although that does call into question a theory that I had with especially Fiesta branded dishware, which I've got a couple of them over there too. We've pulled them out on stream. I've been curious because they have like fruit bowls and things and just general bowls. I wondered if putting food in them, like say fruit or something that obviously naturally decays relatively quickly, if subjecting it to radiation like that would potentially preserve it in a way and make it last longer versus its non-radioactive environment counterpart. Radioactive decaying food. Because theoretically, the radiation could be used as almost a sterilizing agent if the energy in it was enough to kill small bacteria or that sort of thing. I'm not 100% certain if that's a thing that radiation can do, but it's a fun thought that it might potentially be a functional, albeit less than recommended, preservation method. But it also might just mutate the bacteria into something that eats things at a significantly enhanced rate, and then it would be extra detrimental. And then they might mutate and eat my toes or something, which would not be great. Would the radiation slow the oscillation of the atoms? I'm afraid it might accelerate things. It very well could make it worse. I don't think because of the energy, your particles coming in are going to be highly energetic, and when they collide with things, they tend to lose their energy into the surface. So I don't think there'd be a likelihood of it slowing anything. But yeah, it'd be fascinating to see about some kind of a control situation. I don't know how you would isolate something like that. You would almost have to do like a lead box, so you could put your sample in the lead box, and then you would also have to have like next to it regular box, so you could isolate both units, both subjects from the atmosphere. Because if you box one up in lead and then you just leave one on the counter, obviously the one on the counter is going to break down faster because it's exposed. It's going to dry out. It's going to be unpleasant. But if they're both packaged in a sense, then your atmosphere is going to be very similar, and just one's going to be sitting on a 40-some thousand counts per minute radioactive red Fiesta-ware plate, and then the other one's going to be sad and lonely without any ticky fun stuff zapping its way through it. Definitely a back burner experiment that we'll probably get to eventually. So the story is Blind Pursuit in the Old Town District. Enter the Hollow with Charon and search for clues. Let us leaf. Narrator. And this is how the radioactive apple experiment came to be. Please note this experiment has no endorsement from the Macintosh company or any of its subsidiaries. Granted, it's Apple that owns Macintosh and not the other way around, but it was made more sense, kind of, to, yeah. I forgot where I was going. I thought I needed to go to the parking lot, but turns out I need to go here. Hi, Charon. Proxy. May I call you that? Of course. That is exactly what my response was going to be. Thank you, Proxy, for accepting my request. This is probably your first time taking on a commission in the Hollow that might involve combat. I'll do my best to protect you. I don't actually need to enter the Hollow in person. I'll use my Bangbu to enter the Hollow. Huh? You mean you can attach your consciousness to a Bangbu? Such impressive technology. I've never heard of anyone being able to do something like this before. But even if you're Bangbu, I will protect you. You responded to my request, so this is my duty. Yay! Okay.
I'm at your disposal.
You can choose other people. It's level 40 in the trial, which is better than our level 30 in our version. So then
Standing by.
It's only fitting that we have Soldier Zero and B. Yes! I love it when she sings the theme songs. And then let's put Oval Squad back together and we will take
awaiting further instructions.
Soldier 11. Currently we have some equipment to equip. Oh, sweet. Dodge counter. I like this one better, actually, I think. Increases physical damage for 8 seconds upon hitting an enemy at least 6 meters away with a basic attack. I don't know if she's got much for dash attacks. You gotta go. Have a good evening. Always fun to hang out. Alrighty, thank you very much for hanging out tonight. And you have a wonderful day or evening as well. It was fun getting derailed from the main topic to some of the other fun things that eventually will get incorporated into stream activities as well. I gotta get the lab and stuff set up for that, but that's a long way down the road. So, but yeah, appreciate you hanging out as well. We will see you in another one. I think we'll go with this one because I'm concerned about the distance requirement for the other ones. Equip all. That'll give something. Guess, yeah, I probably shouldn't go in here with her on such a low level. It's fine. Do that. Level 30 is sufficient.
Awaiting further instructions.
Okay. There we go. Opal Squad is back together. I think it was Opal Squad. Well, maybe... Was Ambi ever part of Opal Squad? She might have just been part of the Silver Squad. That's a wicked blade on the end of her gun.
Miss Charon, I need some time to calculate the hollow route.
Okay.
Please wait a moment.
Recalibrating.
Yeah. Gonna break some stuff while we wait.
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for reasons. I still remember the way forward clear as day. Adjusting for wind.
Oh? Why don't you wait just a little longer? Calculating a path doesn't take that long.
Yeah, that was easy. It'd be more efficient to retrace a path I've already walked. Please come with me, Proxy. Yeah. Yeah. The path ahead. It should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago. Yeah. One moment, Proxy. I might have misremembered. I just need to think.
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction.
That was easy. Can't catch me.
That's why each time we enter, we need the most up-to-date carrot. You're not lost because you can't remember. After you left the hollow, spatial distortion occurred. That's why.
Can't catch
There's a so much more efficient way of doing this, but I'm kind of entertained by the constant ability to shoot.
Yeah, you're cornered. Ether vision activate. Flip a switch. Hit the core. Roger.
Because I can also do that.
Sorry for being so presumptuous, Proxy. I got ahead of myself and made things difficult for you.
Fall back. It's no trouble. There's a fissure nearby. We can use it to get back on the right path.
Going in.
By the way, Miss Charon, how are you so fluid when you move and fight? Is it because of your sharper hearing and heightened senses?
That's one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed. Recalibrating. I can't see most things clearly, but I'm able to detect the etheric fluctuations of nearby humans, ethereals, and other objects. Sniper's Creed. One shot, one kill. I call this ability ether vision.
Quite the ability! Given your combat style, those eyes must come in handy on the battlefield, huh?
Recalibrating. Wait, something's up ahead.
There's someone on the ground. Ugh, it smells like blood.
Man and woman lie collapsed on the ground with unmistakable smell of blood emanating from them. Following the source of the scent, you see bullet holes in their bodies. That's rough. No signs of breathing. Their heartbeats and pulses are completely gone. These two are dead. Cause of death appears to be severe blood loss from long-range gunshot wounds. Time of death probably within the last 1 to 2 hours, just before we entered the hollow. Which means this isn't just a case of losing contact with our client. Someone's been killing people in this hollow, though I don't sense the killer nearby right now. There's still a chance they're active somewhere in the hollow. Proxy, don't stray from my side. I'll keep you safe. Those two. I really want to take their bodies out of the hollow, but without knowing the killer's whereabouts, moving them would be too risky. Proxy, mark these coordinates. Once we confirm the area is safe, we'll come back to retrieve their bodies. I'm sorry. The ground must be cold. May you rest in peace.
What could have happened?
Well, that was dark.
Who did this?
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper, just like me.
The surrounding ether levels have significantly increased. What's going on? Hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether level increase. Up ahead, there are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop.
Well, that's
You're cornered. Recalibrating. Those are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether. Yeah, you're cornered. Can't catch me. Yeah. As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate.
A perfect conduit.
Don't hesitate.
Such high ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals more active and cause more to show up. Heron, it'll be dangerous if we keep moving forward.
Understood. These storage tanks are high-risk items manufactured by military-industrial companies. They're rare, even on the black market.
a position with great visibility.
Several of these storage tanks appearing in the hollow is a clear sign that our opposition has malicious intentions.
All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
Problem solving.
Wait, Charon. I'm detecting 4 life forms up ahead. Let's go take a look.
Are they life forms or are they lifeless forms? Special event.
Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive. I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
Great, that's a relief. Charon, can you confirm their condition?
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. They're all unconscious. The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
Thanks.
Who are you? Help me. It hurts. So cold.
I don't want to die.
Is there really no way to save him?
There must be something we can do. I'll contact the hospital, and we can get him out of the hollow.
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Thanks.
Am I dying? I just want to go home.
Charon doesn't respond. She sits beside the dying man, pulls out a harmonica, and begins to play a soft, familiar melody. The tune echoes throughout the hollow, heavy with the scent of blood. It's the song recorded on the client's sheet music. As the harmonica's gentle notes fill the air, the dying man stops groaning, simply listening until his eyes close forever. Are you okay?
Charon, are you okay? Did you get hurt during the fight just now?
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now is one of them. Staring into death. It's not something I handle well.
My head. Where am I? Who are you people? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here. If you can, help us carry one of them. Let's get out of here together.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
Culprit's already gone.
The culprit should be gone by now. Charon, let's get the survivors out. Follow me.
Wow, we still got S rank. Cool. She did so much more damage. Exhausted and unable to carry any more bodies, you record the coordinates of a few of the corpses. Once this is all over, you should make sure to report them anonymously to the public security. With Charon, you keep your guard up alongside the 3 survivors, eventually arriving at the abandoned metro entrance in front of Ballet Twins Road. Proxy, let's take a short break here. The area around the Ballet Twins has been abandoned due to the Hollow disaster, and no one's likely to be around. It's both secluded and safe, making it a perfect place for a conversation. 3 survivors. Yeah, I know. They just escaped from a killer, so we need to check on their injuries and mental well-being. Could one of them be the client? Unfortunately, I don't think so. After they woke up and saw me, they didn't have any particular reaction. If they were the ones who assigned the commission to find me, they should have recognized me to some extent. Proxy, I'll keep watch around here and be on the lookout for the perpetrator trying to track us or attempting to ambush us. Could you please have a brief conversation with the 3 survivors? I think they might have information on the perpetrator. And to be honest, I think they might... No, it's probably just my imagination. I'll gather the information from them first. Thank you, Proxy. Hong. Carol. He doesn't want to talk. Gentleman. Thank goodness. I can't believe it. I'm still alive and out of the hollow. What's your name? Oh, me? I'm Jesse. I'm so grateful you were there to save me. When that maniac was chasing me and sniping at me, I really thought I was done for. I have some questions I want to ask you. Questions? Go Go ahead and ask. Although I really don't want to remember what just happened, you did save my life. How are your injuries? Feel a bit dehydrated. Probably have at least 10 or so abrasions, but surprisingly no major wounds. Seriously, what's up with that maniac? What did I ever do to them? Made them go through so much trouble to set up a trap, kidnap me, then throw me into this hollow to slowly execute me? Take some time to calm down. Well, you wanted to ask? Well, anyway, thank you all. If you'd come any later, I think all three of us would have been killed by that maniac. I had more I wanted to talk to him about, but, hello. Take a deep breath. If your emotions get too intense, the wound might reopen. I still feel like I'm going to throw up. I fear that someone's still trying to shoot me. It just won't go away. You guys okay? I'm okay. Did you save us? I'm just about holding up. I've more or less recovered from the shock. I remember you. You were looking for someone around Port Elpis, weren't you? Oh. Yes, I think I've seen you before. How embarrassing. I never thought we'd meet again like this. Oh, was she the one that was working at the food stand with the french fries and the seagulls? What are your names? My name's Zoe. Zoe. Aaron. Just call me Aaron. Feeling nauseous again? Managed to hold it in. Did you want to ask us something? I have questions for you. No problem, we'll answer what we can. How are your injuries? Aside from the blunt force injury to the back of my head, I have some minor abrasions and a slight dislocation in my shoulder. On top of that, I'm a bit dehydrated, so I have a headache. Minor worse. My left arm was hit solidly, taking off a small piece of flesh, and the same with my calf. Why am I going through all of this? I'm really fed up. Got a few more questions. What happened to you in the hollow? Do we really have to talk about it? Possible, I'd rather not relive it. I'll go first. After I woke up, I found myself tied up, lying alone in a corner of the hollow, with ethereals wandering nearby. If I didn't make an escape then and there, I'd be doomed. So I found something sharp and cut through the rope. After freeing myself, I was about to run when a bullet grazed the top of my head from above. That's when I realized something had been watching me all along. The same happened to me. When I woke up, my limbs were tied, and the ethereals were already closing in. Fortunately, the ropes weren't tied too tightly. I used a broken iron railing nearby and eventually managed to cut through them. Barely ran a few steps when a bullet hit my left arm. I could only grip my teeth and run for my life. If she keeps talking, she'll throw up again. That maniac shooting from the shadows, they seem to take pleasure in watching our frantic attempts to escape. They could have just killed us right there, but they deliberately aimed each shot slightly off target, just giving us just enough strength to keep struggling. It's like there was a story we read in high school called The Most Dangerous Game, where this guy's hunted basically every animal known to man, and he's got this like private island, and he like brings in these people and releases them into the woods in the wilderness to hunt them, because he hasn't hunted people yet, which is both super weird and probably discouraged in most cases. Under the threat of the ethereals chasing me and the sniper's fire, I don't even know how long I ran. Eventually I managed to reach an area where the ethereals were less active, but that maniac shot me with a tranquilizer and I passed out again. Same here. Now that I think about it, we must have both passed out in the same area. How did you get kidnapped and taken into the hollow? You know, I was sightseeing at Port Elpis earlier. Oh, she was the one that we actually didn't get to talk to, either on the down on the docks or possibly in the what? The lighthouse. What if the person that was hiding in the building that was super secretive and up on the top of the containers building. What if that's the one that's the sniper and they were watching the port trying to pick out contestants? Yikes. After that, I was on my way back home, driving along a deserted road, and I seemed to hit something, so I got out of the car to check. Just a few seconds after I got out of the car, someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. I still have a bump in the back of my head and feel it. Let me take a look. There really is a bump on the back of your head. As for me, I was sitting at home with my friend when someone pried open the lock and tampered with our food or water or something. I don't know what they did exactly, but shortly after we ate, we both passed out. Were we the only three rescued from the hollow? Did you see another woman? Oh no. Was her friend one of the first ones? Just the three of you. Okay, I don't have any more questions. Take some time to calm down. Thank you and your companion. If it weren't for your arrival, I don't think the perpetrator would have let us leave so easily. Why are we being targeted? I can't take this anymore. What? I assume she threw up again. Yeah. Karen. After a brief check on the three survivors, you share what you've learned with Karen. She then calls the three over.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the three of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
I'm Jesse, currently working as an internet information broker. I'm still pretty new at it, though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
Was he former Defense
My turn?
Force?
I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all.
I had those two turned around. I thought she was Zoe and the purple hair one was Erin.
Did you see my friend when you were in the hollow? She's about my height with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
So it wasn't the girl and the guy that were already dead. She had blue hair, I think. I don't recall seeing anyone like that.
If I recall correctly, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
Which is both good news and bad news.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
What's Remembrance Day?
Remembrance Day? What's it about?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital and find comfort in each other's company.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there. Was your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Cartis squad.
Wait, Jesse wasn't in the Defense Force.
This sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
Busted.
Well, that's... I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. They're just memories from my time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad.
No.
That's the absolute truth.
I was also in the Obsidian Division, Impera Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Potentially, specifically, Obsidian Division.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our 3 squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
A twist.
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank
So he
you all
looks
for the
super
information.
panicked, like,
I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. But there's something else I need to ask. I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone else?
the 3 survivors exchanged confused glances before shaking their heads at Charon.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for. Male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me.
You don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person?
Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
She does look more like a Zoe. And the peach-haired one, Aaron fits her as well.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
Because that works so well for everybody else that had their doors locked. We return to random play with Charon. Obviously, we're going back into the Hollow to try and find the other girl. And obviously the contact too. Even after questioning those 3 survivors, the clues we have so far are still insufficient. Our goal is to find the missing client. Right now, we only know he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator, but we have no idea who the perpetrator is or where they went. Charon, do you have any ideas? I think the other Proxy is right. The information the 3 survivors provided is limited. With our current information, it's hard to deduce where we should go next to find the client. Our clues have run dry. But we still got something out of it. At least we know some characteristics of the perpetrator. A sadistic sniper with a grudge against the Defense Force. They're meticulous in planning and avoid open confrontations, but are obsessed with committing crimes in the Hollow. With these characteristics and the Hollow coordinates, we might be able to deduce the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as a potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victims. That would take quite a lot of time. Yes, and while we're narrowing down the search, the perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. Charon seems somewhat agitated. The lack of clues plunges you all into silence. Just as you are about to accept reality and start organizing the current clues to narrow down the search, the door to the video store suddenly opens. Someone's here, Belle. I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. The intelligence broker might have something important to tell us. Proxy, let's talk to him first. You bring Shepard to a room where you can talk.
Phaethon, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Yes, kind of, sort of. We did go, but...
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment?
We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
Cooperate with Charon and share only part of the info. Yes.
Yeah, it seems the client was kidnapped, brought to the Hollow, and later moved again. We are still looking for clues. But why did you rush over to the store? Did you find anything?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Shepard shows you his phone. About 10 minutes ago, the missing client sent him another location on Knock Knock. There were no other messages.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
Shock. This feels off.
We've been chasing dead ends with absolutely no clues, and now one just appears out of nowhere? Something smells fishy here.
There is a possibility that the client is the sniper, and because Charon is a former Defense Force agent, there's a possibility that the client was having trouble finding her to target her and wanted somebody else to locate her and bring her in, and that's why she's so was specifically requested.
You're sure it's just a disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating.
Yes, just a disappearance.
Just be careful. Any casualties and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Get ready to be left in the dark, Shepard. You turn to Charon, who seems unsettled. Has she held back the full truth from Shepard to avoid having the search handed off to someone else?
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
It's nothing, but why?
Don't mention it. But I have to ask, why are you doing this? Calling for help might have been the safest way to handle the situation.
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death. Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
What if it's a trap?
I helped you keep this from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's just too dangerous. What if this lead is a trap? Who even knows who's really behind the client's messages anymore?
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family. I've scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music. Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
You're still alive. Could there really be no trace of them after all these years? Wise's gaze towards you seems to convey such a question. But then, thinking about how you're also searching for your teacher, it doesn't seem all that hard to understand. I'll help you.
I get how anxious you must feel. Let's face this together. But this time, we really need to be extra careful.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
The One Piece is real. Invitation to kill. Okay, so it's new. Okay. Also, random information. This button. The quest we're currently involved in, or the rewards, are this Flowers of Asphodel. I don't believe it's referencing a location. But from my Harry Potter knowledge, there was a question posed by Snape about a potion made with powdered root of asphodel and an infusion of wormwood. And people have taken those, they've extrapolated on that to try and find some hidden meaning in it. And I believe it was one way or the other, and I'll go over both ways. One of the two ingredients signified regret, and one of them was a lily. And basically they were saying that he regretted what happened to Lily, Harry's mom. And spoiler alert if you haven't, but it's like 80 years old, so that's on you. So this is either referencing the flowers of regret, essentially, which very well could be the case, considering what we're seeing and experiencing, or it may be referencing a certain type of lily that has no correlation whatsoever. But I just thought it was kind of fascinating that the same name showed up, because that's not like it's a real common name, I don't believe. I mean, it might be a real common name of a flower, I suppose, but that is that. So, just an observation. We are gonna go ahead and claim this, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap up for today, because we've run a lot longer than intended, but it was fun, and we will complete this event here with Trigger / Charon. Depending on timing and stuff, we may end up recording it off stream just so we don't lose the content, because we are time limited. But we've got 17 days, so we may wait and pick it up later next week. I'm not certain. So, bye, Kurhu. Thanks for watching. For those of you watching after the stream, I do want to remind you that we stream these videos live at twitch.tv/unexpectedlyrandom. We are here Monday through Saturday at roughly 7 p.m. Central Time. Make sure you follow us on Twitch to join the chaos, and check out our streaming schedule for the current lineup. We also have a Facebook and Instagram. Those are the best places to stay up to date with any changes that may occur pertaining to the streaming schedule. And we have a TikTok and the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, if you want to check us out over there. Otherwise, if you're enjoying the content there on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps out the channel a lot, and it lets us know what content you guys are enjoying. That's everything for this episode of Zenless Zone Zero. Hope you guys had a wonderful time today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one. And as soon as I get these photos taken, mementos from our quest. We will go ahead and roll on out. Until next time, stay random.